Is it worth starting a YouTube channel in 2018? So this question comes up a lot because, YouTube has changed over the years. When YouTube first came out, it was kind of a bit simpler for a lot of people to grow. And with recent changes, particularly things like how you need to get a certain amount of views to actually get monetized now, a lot of people are feeling like YouTube just isn't really a place for small channels. Like, if you make a channel now, it's never going to grow. You're never going to see any revenue from it. You're never going to grow it to a point where you actually have some subscribers engaging with you. And you're never going to kind of feel that reward of having a whole community. So is that a valid criticism? Is that the reality of YouTube these days? I personally do not think that is the case. People were saying this back when I started on YouTube. I remember when I started on YouTube and I had like 50 subscribers or something. And I remember I was reading these forums where lots of other people who are new on YouTube were, and they were all saying how, it's impossible to grow. They've been running this channel for like a year and they have like 30 subscribers or something, and they post their links everywhere, and they make videos every single day and all of this, and they're not growing. But then I looked at their actual channels and there were so many things that they were doing wrong. So I set myself this goal that I want to prove that it's possible to grow as a small channel on YouTube, and I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers by my birthday the following year. And I did that, and in fact I had around 1,500 around that time, and I've consistently hit the growth goals I've set for myself with this channel. I do not believe that YouTube is a game of luck. I think luck can certainly help you. You can get lucky and have some guy who has 10 million subscribers just shout you out in all his videos all of a sudden. That would be something lucky, and that would help your channel grow a lot. But even if you have no luck whatsoever, you have terrible luck, you can make your own channel grow. Now, I'm not an expert at this. My channel grew a lot quicker than some people's who started on YouTube, the same time as me. But it also grew a lot slower than a lot of people who did way, 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 way better than me. There are people who have as many subscribers as I have now, and they started like last month. The thing is, I think if you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to do the research on how to grow your YouTube channel properly, then you can get results like those people who did a million times better than I did. In fact, I think this channel could have grown a lot faster if I was purely concerned just with growing the channel. But for me, a large part of this process of being here on YouTube is just having fun with it, enjoying making videos, enjoying interacting with you guys. And so I'm not as concerned about the numbers as some people are. Obviously I want the channel to grow, but if you actually look at my channel, you'll see that I put out videos that I know will only get like 200 views. Simply because I want to make those videos and I feel like the subject matter is important, or I feel like someone can benefit from it. And if one person benefits from it, that in itself is worth it. So that covers the first part. Can you still grow on YouTube? I think growing on YouTube is a skill thing rather than a luck thing. Luck can make you kind of skip the whole skill thing. If you get really lucky, you can grow a channel without knowing what you're doing, but you can absolutely grow a channel without luck. Now, the next question is it worth starting YouTube if one of your goals is to actually make any money from it? Now, I'm probably not the best person to ask on this because my channel really underperforms in terms of the income I get from it. I know people with as many subscribers as me that make serious amounts of money, and I make so little that if I lived back in England, I literally wouldn't be able to pay rent right now. But I was never a particularly business-minded individual, and I'm still learning a lot of things and basically growing my income as I go. And I've still managed to earn enough that where I do live, I have enough to get by just from YouTube alone and no external work. But there are some things to keep in mind. First of all, don't get so excited about ad revenue. One of the reasons that I think a lot of people don't start YouTube channels today in 2018 is they see that it's going to take a while to get their channel monetized. But I say don't really stress or worry about that too much, because the bulk of your money, if you're doing things right, shouldn't come from ad revenue in the first place. Ad revenue is not that great on YouTube. You get like $1 per 1,000 views. So even if you're getting, 100,000 views a month, that's $100 a month. You're not going to pay your bills with that. You need to be doing other things. You need to be selling merchandise, selling products or courses, or use things like fan funding services like Patreon and so on. take brand deals and sponsorships. But basically, yeah, don't worry so much about the monetization aspect of it. You know, that's great. That's a part of your income. But in reality, you're probably going to make most of your money from other things. But again, as long as you're willing to put in the work and as long as you're willing to do some of those things, you know, make some merchandise or make a product or give people such valuable free information that they feel like they should support you on Patreon or whatever. Do that from day one and your channel will be earning some money even before you get monetization. Now, you're not going to start off earning a lot. You're going to be earning very little. I think my entire first year and a half of running this channel, I basically earned very, very little whatsoever, almost nothing. And that was, you know, product sales, monetization, all of that combined. But as your channel keeps growing, it's passive income. It's basically income that you will keep getting each month. Even if, you know, you miss a week of videos, you're still going to get money coming in. So if you actually put in the work to keep growing your channel over and over, you can earn a decent amount of money. Yes, you can make it a full-time thing. And now, last but not least, the point that I've wanted to get onto this entire time is that even if your channel doesn't grow, even if it doesn't make you money, YouTube is just such a fun place to be. It's such a really awesome place to be. I've talked about this before, but when you create something, it's almost like you make something out of nothing. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's say that you watch a video on YouTube right now, a 10-minute video, and you consume that video. You've spent 10 minutes to absorb 10 minutes. Now, let's say you spend 2 hours making a video, a 10-minute video, and you put it on YouTube. Have you spent 2 hours to make 10 minutes of content? No, you haven't. I believe you've spent 2 hours to make 10 minutes times however many people have watched that video. So if 1,000 people watch your video, you spent 2 hours to create 10,000 minutes of content. That's 2 hours to create 166 hours of content for other people to enjoy. So you've created all of these hours out of nothing, in a sense. So whenever you make a video and all of these tons of people watch it, you're essentially creating more time of enjoyment and of benefit for other people than it costs you to make it. So for that reason, I think everyone should be a creator in one sense or another. You know, if you can make a funny 10-minute video and over 1 million people watch it, well, guess what? You've created over 100,000 hours of fun and enjoyment for people in, you know, a couple of hours. Same thing for if you make more educational content like I do on this channel. If you make a guide and it helps all these thousands of people and you've only taken a few hours of your time to make it, I think that is worth it. And you don't even need thousands of people to see it for that effect to occur. You know, if you take something and you make a guide that saves people an hour of time and it takes you 2 hours to make, then you only need to save 2 people that hour of time for you to kind of break even time-wise. So if just 5 or 10 people watch your video, you've made a net benefit to the time in the world that people have. You get to meet lots of awesome people, you get to learn lots of awesome things, and it's just a really, really fun process. So with that in mind, if you are thinking about starting in YouTube, but you're very concerned, you're worried that you're going to grow too slow, you're worried that you're not going to earn enough money from it, I say don't worry so much about that. Do try for those things. I think actually, even if your goal is just to do YouTube for fun, I think you actually should try to grow and you should try to make money from your channel, because that will motivate you to put out better content and, you know, have more fun in the process. But don't worry if you're not growing super, super fast. Don't worry if you're not earning much from YouTube. Focus on actually doing something you love, putting out content that you love to make. Because ultimately, if you do that, you're going to have a blast and YouTube is definitely going to be worth it. So in summary, I do think starting on YouTube in 2018 is still very much worth it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe and enable notifications so you can see my videos right when they come out. Head on over to Patreon if you want to support my channel, and if you want to keep watching, pick one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you soon. Take care.